Hello. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well today. Let's see. Yumi, congratulations on getting first. Hello, Vixie. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Yumi. Hello, Dodger. Hello, Vixie. Hello, Tokens. Scatter? That's crazy. I'm cold. That's not good. That's Dodger, that's not allowed here, by the way.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
Thank you. I'm gonna need to do that a lot today. My throat is struggling, man. Everything is itchy. Also, hold on. I forgot something. So, no Life 2D model today because I am currently wearing an eye patch, and it is messing up the tracking a lot. Basically, like my right eye was so fucking itchy yesterday, like the whole day, and today I woke up and my eye was like incredibly like super bloodshot. Like it actually looks really scary. So today I decided to give that specific eye some rest and put an eye patch on. So now I can only see out of my left eye, which is still really weird, but you know, I don't want to irritate my eye even more and risk an infection or something. I'm not really sure what's going on, but having 2 years. Oh my god.
2 years Elialub.
Nibby, thank you. Do you wear contacts, Ellie? No. My eyes cannot handle contacts really well. I want to wear them, but it's just not happening for my eyes. Oh my god, 2 years, bro. That's crazy. I know you guys already see Nibby on the screen. My Discord is muted right now, though. Got a case of pink eye. I don't think it's pink eye, actually. Like, now that I've let it rest for, like, a few hours, it doesn't hurt as much anymore. So I think I just need to have it, you know, rest a little bit. I think I am, is my Fuki broken? Is it? Your Fuki looks fine to me. Are you talking right now? Stop poking yourself in the eyeball, man. I wish that was. No. You cannot hear Nibby yet. You cannot hear Nibby yet. Also, hi Greasy, thank you. No. My Discord is still muted. But no, I think your Fugi is working fine, Nibby. Her mouth got stuck. Oh, okay. But yeah, now that I'm having it rest for a couple of hours already, it already feels much better and not as itchy anymore. So I feel like it might have been just really weird allergies. At least it's not both eyes, right? I don't want to be blind. So at least that is not as bad, at least. But yeah, Ellie, I need to find an artist for custom Fugi. Kermit Gape, but instead of the mouth, the ass opens and closes. So the same idea I have with my TTS pet. I like that we have the same ideas, Gracie. I like it. Stream would have been cancelled. Yeah, I would have had to cancel a lot of things today. Same amount and quality of brain cells? Hell yeah. Don't look like that, guys. It's a great idea. What do you mean you're disgusted? But yeah, so if you see me fumble a little bit today, it's mostly because I can't see properly. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, back to like contacts. I really wish I could wear them, but my eyes absolutely do not agree with that sentiment. Like, they hate contacts. My eyes get so irritated, like, immediately. It's insane. Speaking of insane, hi Insanity. Hello, hello. Good luck with work. I hope everything goes well today. But oh, can you hear Einstein, Pastor?
Imagine Kermit's ass singing this. Jingle balls, jingle balls, jingle balls down the throat.
or the Teabag King song. Do you guys know the Teabag King song? Hold on, I link it in chat. It's very festive. It's incredibly festive. I be typing away. How have you been? I've been okay. I've been good. Oh god.
Cheese.
We have another cheese slap today, but hello, cheese man. Hello, hello. But yeah, I've been well. I've been okay. Here you guys go. Enjoy the best festive song in the world. Yeah, I also need to drink a lot today. You're gonna see me refill my water quite a bit. Wait, does that link the playlist? I didn't want it to link the playlist. My bad, bros. I can't stay long. That's okay. That's okay. It's always nice to see you, though. And thank you for the cheese. Not the playlist? Okay, okay. Do you like the song, Greasy? I'm on page 10 of writing a document. Insanity, how many pages do you have to write? Yes, I do. Excellent. That's the #1 song I always jam out to during Christmas season. More cheese, let's go. Okay, let me... Oh, okay, there we go. I'm gonna unmute Discord now, and you guys can hear the cuties. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Ellie.
Hello? Nibby, 2
How you
years, that's
doing?
crazy.
2 years.
2 years.
Wait, what?
Nibby has been subscribed to me for 2 years already.
Yo, that's sick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, Sina won.
Hey. Oh my god.
Okay, Greasy, thank you for the lark.
Chat, are you ready?
We're gonna have stuff thrown at us again, guys. Just whip your
I
dick
just
out
wanted
and
to
slap
show-
them.
Bricks.
Insane. Can you wait? Can you show me yours?
Ow. That's...
Oh my
Damn,
god!
Gracie.
Oh my god! I was browsing memes channels earlier, right? And there was someone who had like lots of like shiny bad dragons and co on like the freaking shelf, and the text below was like, "Yeah, I hope your crystal collection helps you with being sick."
That's crazy.
Right?
Do you want to start share the chat? Oh,
I
hello,
did. I pressed the
Einstein.
button. Guys, chat started.
there we
Also,
go.
hi, Greasy.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Foxy added the gigaton. My day is saved. Yeah, I did. So if you type your own name now, it shows the emote. Hi,
What the
Ellie's
dog
chat.
doing?
You're cute.
How many broken? That's a good name. That's how I feel right now. But hi, thank you
Yeah.
for the follow. Welcome in. Let me start up the
So,
game. My bad.
I should do the same.
Einstein.
Okay, schedule one. I might have been for like 5 minutes in Warframe because we started yapping about Warframe and I wanted to check something.
Oh, that's crazy. Hi, Zinger. How are you? All right, you can invite me whenever.
I'm starting.
Yeah, I'm just saying. How are you two?
Ah,
Are you all right?
I'm okay, but better now that you are here.
Nibby, save me. I don't want
I
to be
just
here
heard
anymore.
Nibby laugh very, very quiet.
Oh boy, oh boy. Einstein, was ist los?
Yeah, Einstein.
Hi, Einstein. What are you doing? Don't eat that.
Ellie, you're not online on Steam for me.
Oh yeah, hold on. My bad. I was hiding.
You're high. Ha ha
Haha.
ha ha. Drugs. Drugs.
There we go. I'm online now.
Okay, give me a second. I'm changing my stream category now. Schedule.
Skadoo.
Schedule.
Skadoo.
Maybe I
That's my
invited
category. Yeah. Hold on.
you. Why do I have no? Oh, that's why I don't have audio, because I fucking muted it on my side.
I should turn up the audio a little bit.
There we go. I'm gonna get us in.
Yeah, put it in.
Yeah, let's go, virgins. That's how our business is called. Yeah, no, that's how our business is called. Did you
I
forget?
forgot. That's our name.
Let's go, virgins.
That makes my stream title kind of worse than it already is. Oh well. It's fine.
Oh god. So Foxy, here's my last joke. I totally spaced out. Why does a golfer wear 2 pair of pants? Just in case they get a hole in one. Motherfucker, I'm leaving.
I hate that that got me. I love golfing jokes.
Oh my god. My Discord crashed.
Wait.
What? Maybe.
Guys, we got a message in game. Unknown. I have a business proposition I would like to discuss with you.
Benzies!
Meet me at the parking
The
lot.
Benzies!
Next,
Let's
I'll be in the
go.
black SUV. Oh,
Let's go.
do I need my
Let's go,
gun?
let's go.
No.
No,
Not
don't
for
bring
this one.
your gun.
Not for this
Are
one.
you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, someone wants some Yoomster.
Youngster.
Can we call one of the drugs femboy, by the way? That would be really funny.
Yeah. But we have another name for one first. Taco Ticklers.
Teabag them.
Wait, are you already at the place?
Yeah, we're waiting on you.
We play this game a lot.
Sorry.
I
Yo.
started playing this game a lot. It's like an addiction.
It
Alright.
is. It's so addicting to play.
Wait, let me. Oh, George wants
Hello,
two
Thomas.
Yoomster.
Hi, Papi.
Hey, yo.
What? I like rich men. What can I say?
You wanted to meet? I'd say I'm Thomas. I believe we share a similar line of work. I'd like to apologize for the minor altercation we had earlier involving your RV. With a rather successful operation here in Highland Point, if you're not keen on sharing the
headlights.
market. However, I'd like to extend an offer. You will sell us product on an ongoing basis 2 to 3 times per week, large quantities and wholesale price. Additionally, you will refrain from dealing with customers outside of Northtown and Westville. West of Highland Point is our territory. End of story. What's in it for me? In return, we will not blow up any more of your property. We will not harass you in any way. You're free to continue operating your corner of the market as long as you uphold your end of a deal. Ooh.
So
How much will you pay? Certainly
going
not
to
market
tell.
price, that's for sure. But half what you'd usually get. We get to make money somehow, don't we? How much product do you need? 10 to 5G a few times a week. Once you know you're reliable, the quantity will increase. Agree or refuse?
I mean, how do we do this? Do we want to agree at first and then fuck up the deal
usually how I
once
do
once
it.
we have enough money and stuff and weapons?
But we would lose. We're making good money right now.
Yeah, but
We're actually
we
literally
kind of
making,
need
like,
to
up to
stock up
5
on weapons too. Do we have enough? Because if we decide to hire dealers as well, do we already have dealers?
No, we don't.
No.
We have
Because we take
Benji.
too much of a cut.
But like, if we decide to hire dealers at some point, they're gonna get attacked otherwise. That
Yeah,
sucks.
we have to stock up on a bunch. There are easy ways that we can stock up, but we need to stock up like quickly.
I mean,
if
we
if
can
decide
break
to
the
go
deal
against them.
anytime, by the way.
Yep.
Okay, but oh my god, we're losing so much money for that.
Only with what we give them. We can still deal in our like already
Yeah.
the neighborhoods we already have and the clients we already have. We can still deal to them, but we can't leave that until we're ready to break the deal with the cartel.
Oh, I have my gun with me right now. We can end it right here.
Does that actually work?
God, I wish.
Can we shoot him
I
right
wanna
now?
try it.
Wait,
Should I try it?
wait. Go save first. Go to the hotel room and save first.
I can't. I'm in the dialogue.
Well, in that case, you can't really do anything yet anyways.
Shit.
You would think Foxy's the American here, right?
I'll. This golfer, no, Ellie's a dick golfer.
That's crazy.
Her golf thingy, the thing you use to punch the ball, like that's her dick.
True. Though it is a bit
Club?
thick.
Yeah. Hmm. So, do we agree or not?
I usually do.
Should we roll a dice?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let me do heads or tails. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yumi.
Chat. We're gonna roll a dice. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay.
I'd like my machete first.
Okay. Are you watching?
Hmm?
Heads.
We gotta call it first.
Heads we accept. Tails we don't.
Okay,
Okay.
I have it on my screen now. Are you ready?
Ready.
go ahead.
Heads we accept. Ooh, we decline.
Okay, let's decline.
Ooh.
All
I'm gonna
right.
need to-
All right.
I'm gonna need to get a
decline.
machete though. I want my machete.
Maybe I wasn't clear. You will be working with me. With us. And if you don't, we're going to make your life very, very difficult. Is that clear? Was it clear enough? Piss off.
Oh, so
Continue.
okay, we're
Okay.
hostile now.
No, we.
The shooting doesn't
Damn,
work.
Damn.
Damn, that's the
Run,
police,
the cops!
The cops.
bro. The machete, the tool of my yeah. I feel the safest with the machete.
I said a statement. I told them to not fuck with us, okay?
Also, I want to try something. Is there police around here? No.
Well, we're investigating the gunshots right now.
Why can I not destroy the ATMs?
Don't destroy them. We need them.
I mean,
Wait,
they
we
work
got
again.
32
after
grand
days.
currently on the card.
Yeah,
What
that's
I
not a lot,
W
though.
anted to say is,
We
Foxy
can buy the
seems
bar.
the MSOT American of you three, just because I know how often she craves Burger King.
Oh, Shirley wants payment. I don't have any cash.
It's okay. I'm at her stash right now. I'm gonna put some stuff in.
Okay.
There you
I'll
go.
go and get us the... Wait, what time is it? 6. I might be able to make it to the... I'll see if I can buy the barn. I'm running!
Oh, go.
I forgot the skateboard.
One
What I wanted to
forest,
say
one.
is Foxy seems the most American of us, of you three, just because I know how often she craves Burger King. Dude, don't get me started with Burger King. I have like less money from now on. I can't get any fast food in the next weeks.
There we
a
go. Now I
month.
feel safe.
No, the store is closed. I can't buy it.
Just break in.
Can't.
Hello, Jesus.
Hello? You said it in such a funny way.
No, you.
Hello?
go got really caught off guard. There was a policewoman right in front of me all of a sudden.
Oh no!
I was not ready for that.
Anyone got that SpongeBob promo meal? It was so good. Wait, Burger King has a SpongeBob promo meal? Bro, I just want Burger King now. What the fuck?
Oh, wait, what do you want? Oh, okay, my bad.
Hi.
There you go.
You look so cool with your red eyes. Very inspiring.
Yeah.
I want to throw my life away just like you did.
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
That's insane.
That's an insane statement.
Huh.
Also,
Sorry.
I paused the other than what is there, I paused the drug sales for now until we get set up at the barn because I don't want to be stressing about growing and mixing while
Yeah, that
Oh,
makes sense.
true.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I would say we grow until the pots are empty since they need to be empty anyways for the transport, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like these two need plants. And then we can just like move them. Move the... Ellie, what the fuck?
What?
Never mind. And then we can like
She
just
loves
move
memes,
everything.
Bro.
What I would say though is we need to set like dedicated growing and storage areas because like it does feel like we're running out of storage.
I told you guys, just wait till you see how I set up the barn.
Yeah. I'm gonna let the
You'll be very
autism do
happy.
their work.
Good. Okay, I've never played this game before. Is it fun? It is fun. So it's basically you're a drug dealer, you gotta grow stuff and you need to sell it. And like what you just saw the scene is basically the enemy cartel. And we basically just declared war of them. So like we need to like prepare. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, hold on.
Wait, if I don't need that much, okay, I need one Yoomster. Oh, I don't
One
need that much.
Yoomster.
Sick. But I would have to purchase the game. Yeah, but it wasn't much, right? How much was the game? $10?
It's not a lot. Also, you could probably just wait until the winter, the Steam winter sale starts.
True.
They
Very
have all their
true.
Ooh.
big Christmas sales.
Oh, I want to play Ghost of Tsushima. Have you ever played it? It's such a good game.
How do you even draw human ears? I swear to God, no one is human these days. I don't know.
Imagine
Good
being
question.
human in a video game.
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna put my baseball bat in here. What? God, you guys are so white.
Hey,
She's such a racist.
No,
That's
I'm
not
saying you guys are so white. You're blinding me.
Wow. Such a
I'm
racist.
not being
No,
racist.
you know what? get blinded, get blinded, get blinded,
oh.
get blinded.
Oh, wow.
Wait. I'll help with it. Nibby, get back in. Get back in.
That's
I'll help with
crazy,
it.
bro. But the effects were off, you idiots. I'm normal again.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're not normal. You have a fucking frying pan on your head.
Go away.
Make me.
I'm a go deal. I can't be with you guys in here.
Nuh-uh, ideal. Nuh-uh.
I'm gonna steal your job right now.
Oh my
Jokes on
God.
you, I'm already jobless.
It's true.
Damn.
My bad, bro. Penis.
Money. Peanuts.
Yeah, penis.
Oh my god, when I was in middle school, the people in my school had like this game where they just yelled penis very, very loud. until someone reacts to it.
Yeah, I think every fucking middle school had those types of idiots.
She looks like Roger with a pan on their head. Oh my god, true!
Oh boy. Wait, is it?
Do you have a Yoomster or should I give it?
I don't have Yoomster on me. I smoked everything.
Oh my god.
My
Can't.
bad.
So that's why you started cooking up more meth.
Guys, I know we stopped production,
What-
but we need
what-
some, trust me.
What do I need to mix it with, by the way? What do I need for Yoomster?
Let me double check.
Oh wait, we don't have downtown.
How much cash do we have? Now we need some cash for weapons.
What kind of weapons do you need?
No, I'm just thinking because like we can't pay with card at the weapons shop, right? Because I only
That's
got
true, yeah.
1800 with me in cash.
I mean,
So
there's
think
an
I was
ATM in the weapons shop, though.
True.
Take some out.
Then I would say we sleep now. When I go and buy the barn.
I'm busy gambling, my bad. You guys did not stop me
Oh
from
my
going
god,
to the
don't
casino.
sleep. Wait, where's the gun?
Don't shoot me! I have stuff on me!
Yeah, and? You get it back. Maybe just seeing me grab the gun from a shelf and leaving the house.
Ellie,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Looking at your stream right now. What are you doing?
I'm making money. What do you mean? What am I doing?
Are you in the red or the green right now?
No. I'm winning. I'm like 100 in the win. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Chat, press X to doubt.
If you get that 10k, get back over here.
Okay.
I
I
believe.
see you standing
See?
next to that Cuke machine.
My money is increasing.
I believe. I believe. Come
Insane.
on.
That's how you
Give her the
gamble in real life,
10K.
guys.
Gamba.
Close your eyes and pull the levers.
Pull the lever, Kronk. Okay, I had to. The chat is stopping you. I
the
don't think
hell?
you're winning.
You guys saw that my money went up. What the hell?
That was
Fuck you
Chat
guys.
GPT.
That's crazy.
Fuck me, yourself, coward.
I
Anyway,
will
let's
after
sleep.
this. No, I'm gambling.
Let me try this IL formula later. Or later. No, don't do it.
Wait.
Dude,
Alright, I'm a
my
good player.
gambling was
Do it.
buying a fucking single Ubisoft chair. I did not expect it to
gamble.
sink even more. Should I
Wait,
check how much
so
it
it
is?
sunk again.
Wait, let me check. So like I bought it for like €7.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check quick. Let me open the app.
Wait, are you guys going to bed? Because I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I was harvesting.
Oh
quick.
my god. Oh no. I lost 97 cents. It was €7 when I
shit.
bought it.
Oh no.
Oh my
Big
god.
loss. Okay, I'm coming.
I did not imagine if I could go even lower.
Let's go, Backman.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go and buy.
Okay. I'll
Also
start
buy
picking
some
things up.
shelves on the way.
Get large ones. Only large ones.
Okay.
We only take the big
Maybe.
stuff.
Maybe listen carefully.
Uh-huh.
You are allowed to leave the house.
Yes. Sorry. I mean,
Because we
cool,
need to
cool,
move.
cool.
That's crazy.
just Jasper being like, why did you scream? I can leave the house.
I can leave that. I'm free.
But do you want to?
It's dangerous out there.
That's true.
It's insane, but for barn is 25 grand.
to be like that sometimes.
Yeah, but
Man.
it's so worth it.
It is.
Are you buying? Oh, we bought it. Cool.
Let's go.
We got the barn. And now I'm buying.
So-
How many shelves should I buy for?
No,
Nah,
get like
way more. Way more.
like, at
what
least
else do
12.
we need? We need
Get more.
pots and lights and what else do we need? Buy a bed as well.
yeah.
Wait, 12 shelves? Shelves?
Yeah, just get a bunch of them.
And the bed?
Yeah, so we can sleep there too.
Okay. Okay, what else?
Trying to think about what else we have now.
I mean, the rest we get from after 6 p.m., right? I don't think we need anything else. Oh, wait.
Okay.
We'll need another Mark II mixing station, but yeah, we can get
Another
that.
one.
Well, we only have the
Oh yeah,
one.
we need to get that. We need to get that at the warehouse.
A mixing
Chat.
station? I can buy that right
So-
now.
No, we need the
but-
Mark
but-
II one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Chat, since I broke IRL, I now just bought property in a game. Look at this. Amazing.
Another package. Do we have another packaging station there? The better one?
We have
Okay,
a
yeah.
we have a Mark II.
Nippy, I'll place all the shelves for you,
Yeah,
so you can just pick them up.
Yes. Oh god, we have so much weed.
There we go. I just made the joke today from scratch. What is Pac-Man's favorite music? Waka Waka.
Not wrong.
Why do you laugh?
My bad. I think stupid jokes are really funny.
Dude, you speak German. You're not supposed
There's
to
one
have
target
humor.
audience here, okay? Leave me alone.
Yeah, is it old people like you?
Yes.
Damn,
At least my
Chad, I'm
listening
so
age isn't
sorry.
fucking 58. I got
Hey,
that going for
hey.
me.
Hey.
Hey, homie.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't like the bed. here.
Hello. Oi! I was about to jump in that.
I'll do it upstairs.
Okay.
Like jump on it upstairs and then like fall to your death.
Damn.
Yippee.
Old people like
You
you, as
see,
if
I'm-
there's
how happy I am.
anyone that old on, as if there's anyone that old on this planet that's not a Lovecraftian being is crazy. Fuck you, Greasy.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he got a point.
No, he doesn't.
No, I think he got a
What
point.
do you mean he has a point?
Yeah, what do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
No comment. I'm busy doing kickflips.
On the bed?
Yeah. Ah! Oh, I was like, wait, what is this NPC
Oh, what
doing?
the fuck, bro?
Wait, did she hit you?
Yeah. That was a hit and run
Yeah,
too. That's
she nearly hit
crazy.
me
Yeah.
as well. That's her
Literally-
revenge for locking her into the weed room.
Oh,
you know?
guys, okay, look at it. The autism is gonna come. Look at it. It's already in motion. I'm gonna stay right here and watch you.
Okay.
I want to see how you do it so I can copy it for my own playthrough.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need so many more shows. That's all I got.
I'm gonna buy more.
Wait, I bought 12.
Yeah, we don't have enough though. We need more. Such a good use of space, right? I'm already like, wow. What a gamer. Yeah, how much do I? Nah, 50 is too much, surely.
Yeah.
It's never too much. I can make it work.
Maybe like
Yeah.
10,
All right, we'll
10
see.
more?
Sounds
I
really
bought
sus out of
20 more.
context.
So, since we declined the deal with a cartel, does that mean they randomly attack us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
placed
us-
the, I placed
us
the
as a-
shelves
as
right here for
person?
you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so ready for that. I'll frick them up.
They're so hot when they attack you. Just saying.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm great, actually. God, we're about to make so much money.
Ta-da!
Do you
Now we
need more
have stations.
shelves?
That looks sick.
We have bulk storage. We will have weed. Over here, I'm gonna have another packing station to complete this section. This will be the packing area.
Mhm.
And then over here, we will have meth. We can have cocaine in the back. And then in the middle will be like cauldrons when we get those.
Oh, I never had the cauldrons before.
So, Fox, what do you call a parrot in prison? A jailbird. What's a jailbird? Besides Narissa's viewers.
That's
I don't know jailbirds.
me neither. I wish
Why
this game
not?
had
You're the
more
older one.
music.
You're supposed to know.
You are supposed to shut up and respect your elders, but we can't have everything in life, don't we? Yo, I'm gonna go find some music. I love Foxy driving away as Nibius
Why am I
explaining
under
the
arrest,
system.
dude? I
Yeah.
stopped at the fucking light. Bro, dude. This is bullshit. I stopped
Oh,
at the
man.
fucking checkpoint with a car.
No, it never goes through the
But-
checkpoint. They're bugs.
And then they look at me and they just suddenly like, oh, you're under arrest.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, they're always a little broken. Let's see, Mark II. There we go.
Where's my Spotify?
Harry ate it when you weren't
There it
looking.
is. Don't eat. Stop eating my things.
Hunky!
I was about to say something so stupid. God, I hate myself sometimes. Man.
If a car's stuck at the checkpoint now until it disappears.
Does it have anything in the back?
No. But I wanted to pick more things up and now it's stuck there.
Who's listening to Golden loud as fuck? Not me. Am I? No, I'm not.
I'm listening to Britney Spears, Give Me More. Oh. That was a crazy jump.
Thank you, Marco.
I'll just place everything I'm getting over in here.
Okay. You see how I set up all these shelves and she puts a shelf in the middle of fucking nowhere? You see how
Foxy?
she disrespects
Foxy,
me?
you're disrespectful. I'm gonna
Wait.
take this off the shelf. You gotta respect the system
See
here.
how- You see how I set up all of
the
this?
way.
She disrespects me.
I just said I'm placing it all where so you can sort it away.
to put it on a random. You have an entire library of shells to pick from.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? I don't know your system, and I don't want to like
Yeah,
give you extra work.
you
by,
didn't know
like,
the
having to
system
sort
because you
things
literally
twice.
drove away while she was explaining it.
The
I'm
disrespect.
crying, bro. That's so funny.
Damn, Nibby, you're talking back a lot since we let you out of the house.
Ugh. Well, she deserved that one. Absolutely did.
It wasn't even on purpose.
No, I agree with her on that. That the disrespect is crazy. Oh man.
The disrespect, I swear.
Oh, get in the hole. Oh my god, I hate all of you.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Hee hee. Funny sex joke.
Haha.
Teehee. My god, we're VTubers now.
Oh my god, we're officially VTubers, guys.
Oh my
Finally.
god.
My god.
Interesting way to do. What do you mean?
Crazy.
What did I do?
Hey Nibby, where can I put random stuff?
On any empty shelf you see. There's like 40 of them.
You're 40.
I swear to God. I won't do it. I'll be good this time.
What did you try? What did you try?
Get here! Go on, get!
This is insane, bro. What the fucking... You know what? Stay outside.
What is happening?
Ugh.
Dark out.
I want more pasta. I made some very delicious
I want
pasta
some
yesterday.
too. I'm jealous.
I hit the police station.
Do that.
Rip.
Did Foxy turn to Michael Jackson when she No, we're not starting that.
On a second.
Forgot to turn down my Spotify volume. Just blasted myself.
Are you inside? Okay, there we go.
Oh my god, the growing room is so fucking trashed.
You know, the funniest part about us refusing the Benzies deal and moving to the barn is we're right underneath their mansion now.
Yeah, it's kind of... It's something. It's a choice. That's for sure.
Thanks for hydrate, Greasy.
Ellie, can you come outside and tell me if I'm a cute gargoyle?
Have you played Siren Head? I haven't, but I want to.
You're very cute. Yes,
Hi,
you look great.
I'm a gargoyle. Rah.
This would have been so funny if I had a gun.
Can you do like an eagle screech or something?
No, I have performance anxiety. Oh, please, let me in.
I'm still getting more. Maybe awaken you in American.
Too nervous.
But yeah, I definitely want to play Siren Head at some point. Oh fuck.
Oh, I heard a taser go off.
Oh. How did you hear that from all the way over here? Maybe my game is too low. Also, why is my chat not scrolling? Jesus.
Chat, start scrolling. Oh my god. I'm low-key nervous for the VR stream.
You've been so busy.
Yeah.
Damn. I got so much kush. Let me grab the rest of it.
It's fun and scary.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's definitely a game I want to play.
Stuff in the meth area.
Meth area is a crazy thing to say. I love it.
You said that and Careless Whisper started playing.
Oh no.
In love with meth.
Beautiful. Hello.
Hello.
Ah, shit. Wait.
Run,
is that
Ellie,
a
run.
Oh, yeah, that's a... Yeah, it's okay. I'm alright. What is this mess all about?
Am I tired?
Unbelievable.
I need
Not
something
my
to
fault.
spin with.
I agree. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus, what happened?
I have a metal plate artwork on the wall that just fell. Holy
Oh
shit,
god!
Oh
What
A
a
metal
me.
plate? Oh my god.
Oh, is it like one of these displayed, like these art thingies?
No, it's a smaller one that I found on Amazon.
Oh.
God, that scared the hell out of me too.
Hello, Crooked.
Hi, Crooked!
How's things?
Sometimes the real treasure is the mess we make along the way, Ellie. That's... Okay, yeah. You're right.
It's sad that and I hit a light pole with a car. And the femboys we met along the way, true. We need more femboys.
I agree.
Oh my god, Ellie, maybe I need to send you a meme.
Okay.
Let me send it to you. Where do I have it? Here. Nippy, where can I put the lab oven in the cam station?
Over here.
Where? Just like place it or?
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I learned that a lot of what?
Stocked for the apocalypse.
I am ready. I'm getting more too.
What are you buying?
Baggies.
Oh my god. I'm stuck with a car. No.
I learned that a lot of people like Resident Evil 6 in the most copium-induced nonsense
How did I do that?
I've ever seen, proving once again Twitter people are not to be taken seriously. Yeah, you're right. You're right on that.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I mean,
Taking
people
Twitter
like what they
people
like,
serious.
but the Twitter point is a very good point. Wait,
Imagine listening to Twitter.
imagine.
I remember there was like last year there was like an indie game developer who made like a medieval game, and people were like, "Oh, you need this and this kind of like diversity marriage or like gay marriage in the game, right?" And it was like maybe at some point, and then they got angry, and he was like, "What you gonna do? Type some words?"
Insane, bro.
That's insane.
That's
reaction.
insane.
Yeah, but he got a point, right?
Such a cesspool.
Money, Ellie can read that.
Yeah, imagine.
Insane. You ignore the story, aesthetic, characterization, etc., etc., but it's good. But it's good you're coping. I mean, I'm not one to question people's game tastes. Because there are people playing Overwatch.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck.
what about hey, come back here. What about Overwatch? No, come back.
I'm just saying, there's people out there that play Overwatch and they think it's a good game.
You
know,
leave me in my
I'm not
messy fun time
about to
alone,
question
alright?
people's game choices. It's just
Oh my
Just
god, what
refers
happened to the
to-
police car? It flipped over!
oh god. Did you drive into it?
No, it was coming around the corner, it just fucking flipped.
Damn.
Oh yeah, sometimes they get sucked into the ground too.
I like the game where you play as a rock. Yeah, me too. We'll play that over Overwatch any day. But you know
can
what's
we
even
play
worse
as
is
a-
that there are people that play Fortnite. Which is even
Okay, I don't play
worse
that
of a
one
game
anymore.
choice.
I'm clean from that one.
I'm just saying. Could always be worse. I just assume everything you place here, it can be packaged, right? You don't need
Yeah.
it for anything else? Okay.
Mm-mm. No, when we get the mixing stuff in here, I'll put anything that I'm gonna mix, I'll put it in that section.
Okay. Can just like the game, it's all yeah, I mean I get it. I get what you're trying to say. You're telling me you don't want to be Kim K? No. I don't actually. I know that might be surprising. It's 4 a.m. I don't want to
Lee,
work anymore.
we're friends since over a year now, nothing surprises me anymore.
I still have stuff in store, surely.
Oh, I know. But it would surprise me. God, we have so much stuff in the house.
Yeah. I'll join you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You have a skateboard? Yeah, I don't walk anymore.
No, you read it wrong. It's a skateboard.
Skateboard, sorry.
Skateboard?
Skateboard.
Yeah. Crooked is like an old German guy, you know? Who can't speak English. So he's
You're
like,
right, you're right.
You're right, you're going on the skateboard and you're having steak in the evening, you know?
Oh, it's so true. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have 3-minute ads. Sorry about that. You know how it is.
And you know what? How he watches movies? He's streaming them.
Streaming. Streaming. Oh my god, I fucking hate it when they call it streaming.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
that reminds me, Ellie.
yeah.
Jasper heard how you say your cat's name, and she couldn't stop giggling.
You mean Einstein?
Yeah, instead of saying Einstein, you say Einstein.
Yeah.
She couldn't stop giggling.
Yeah, I know. It makes a lot of people giggle, but that's just how we pronounce it here.
Yeah, that's how it's actually pronounced, you know?
I mean, it is a German name, so that's how you actually pronounce it.
Yeah.
What is going on?
It's also funny when like some people try to pronounce Rammstein, you know?
Yeah, true.
They say like Ramstein.
Ramstein, always Ramstein. It is Rammstein.
Yeah, it's double M.
Hi, Luna. Hello, hello. How are you?
Hi.
Ugh.
Should we play next? Oh wait, never mind. I can't buy it. Never mind.
What was it? I mean, I can't buy
No, I
anything
was-
either,
I was-
but we could play something.
No, I was
similar
thinking
later.
if we should play the dating sim next week, but I forgot I don't have money.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Wait, what is next week? I don't think I have time next week. Actually, I still
I'll
have
be
to
here.
see. We'll see. Doing all right. That's good to hear. Was Einstein a smart cat? Nope, he's the dumbest cat I've ever had. That's why the name is even funnier. He doesn't know what to do with himself.
Dating sim?
Just a little
Yeah,
time.
Retro, if you want, I can show you the game.
What the dog doing?
Hello, Enigma of the Wind. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Well, I'm gonna put.
Damn me. Okay, give me a second.
Ugh, my nose.
Hello,
Steam.
Hello.
Sorry, I had to. It's so funny. I've started looking for Retro's TMs by just typing Retor.
Retor.
Yeah, because we have two Retros in my mod team.
Oh, that's not
So at some
confusing
point,
at all.
Retro just turned into Retor.
Drink water, you
Retor.
dehydrated bitch.
Well, the other Retro is now Agent Skell. I am Retor.
Enigma. I did say Enigma. Open your fucking ears, bro.
She did, you
What's
know,
with
I can vouch, she did say Enigma.
Yeah.
guys? I can't believe that Ellie died of Ligma.
If you heard if you
It's so
heard
sad.
Enigma, Crooked, that is on you.
Maybe
That is a skill issue.
maybe he's waiting that someone helps him Ligma.
That's crazy. How is Ellie and friends? We're doing good, I think. We're doing drugs.
Drugs!
Quarks.
Drugs!
You said Ligma of the Wind. I did not say Ligma. I said Enigma of the Wind.
I got the mixing stations from the house.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Enigma,
Retro
these
Chicken
nuts.
PMs.
Present them. I love that. Present the nuts right now, Retro.
Just watch Retro sending like a picture of like a handful of
Put
walnuts
them on the
or something.
table. Okay, fine.
Oh, dude, I saw a meme earlier. It was someone basically asking Google how to get wrinkles out of balls, and Google was like, "Yeah, just iron them or steam them," you know. And someone commented with the words "Chat CBT."
Oh my god. Shy Fingers is crazy.
Um,
Didn't he be just ooh? Did I hear that correctly?
I did not expect this.
Are you disgusted? Are you revolted?
I am. I'm glad my Life 2D model isn't on. The expression I just made.
Oh man, I wish I wish you had
No,
it
I
open.
actually noticed that when I make a disgusted expression, it actually like shows on my Life 2D model now, like in a
Yeah,
very
because you got
specific
that
way. I can't hide my
Man.
disgust anymore.
Wish you had it open, man.
No, I need to see that. I'll show you a screenshot later. It's actually really funny.
Also funny.
Tiki.
Okay, I think I got everything.
All right.
Erm. What's funny, by the way?
Mhm.
Someone told me last night, like after they found out that I wear glasses, they said like, "Oh, glasses make people look so smart." They might do, but I literally wear them because I failed a test where the answers were right in front of my fucking face.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to feel about that.
Yeah,
That makes me so.
That's actually so true.
Can I grab some pie? Ooh, enjoy your pie.
Did you
Oh,
call our
dude.
car shitbox?
No, that's what it's called.
I'm a.
Really?
Yeah, it's such a good name.
That's crazy.
Ooh. Wait. We need to put the beds on the side, you know, like the throne and then the beds for the side hose, you know? For the royal hose.
Put it right in front of the toilet so I can watch you guys sleep while I take a shit.
Ooh,
Ah, yeah.
Wait, how about like this?
Oh,
Ooh.
perfect.
No, but it
So you-
blocks the steps.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now Ellie can grab toes left and right while shitting.
I don't
Oh
want to.
man,
I don't want
you,
her to
you know,
touch
you
my
know
toe.
those super like intense shits where you need to hold on to something, exactly like that.
No, you're not. No.
Oh my god.
You know the type that makes you take your shirt off, you're sweating, you're just holding on for dear life.
No, because I had to deal
Ellie,
with that shit recently. I
Ellie.
want to think about it.
Ellie, I think that just might be an age thing you got there.
Nah. That has been happening to me ever since I was born. You can't tell me that.
It's an IBS girly thing.
You mean the kind that makes you feel like you'll throw out your... Yeah, exactly that one. Hate to break it to you guys, but this is some real bad feng shui. You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Stop roasting all feng shui, okay? You got no idea.
Are we going to sleep?
Yeah.
Alright.
What's the next step?
Make more money.
How do we sell the
Producers-
product?
Yes.
I sold a bit.
Oh, okay.
Just
Oh,
to
so
the
wait, hold on.
passerbys, you know? I figured why not? I don't think it could actually be much worse. That's crazy. Insane.
Oh, Nippy, we
Whoa!
still gotta do our
I
our,
did
our
it!
wheat idea.
Now I can oversee...
What?
I'm gonna stay here and oversee everything Nibby does.
I will oversee you.
Okay.
This is like freaking Soviet Union, you know, KGB.
Now this-
one
this
one
is like-
person's surveillance the next one.
This is like the tour guides in North Korea. Because you have the tour guide that you know, looks at you.
True.
And then the tour guide also has another one that oversees his activities. You're doing great, Nippy.
Thanks for the hydrate. Cheers. Chat. look at Ellie and Nibby right now. Does this not remind you of like a cat sitting next to a monitor watching my mouse cursor go left and right?
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
Thank you, I drink.
Bag brought cherry pie. Ooh, yummy. Guys, I made yesterday in the evening like some
Nibby,
very,
why are
very
you going
delicious
outside?
tomato sauce.
I
Yeah,
gotta go
what the
get more
fuck,
med
Nibby?
stations.
Alright, fine. Allowed.
How do you skateboard though? I go. Whee!
Oh, not this one.
Honestly, but mine looks pretty sick.
Yeah, it looks really good.
But we need your
Crazy.
money now.
Yeah, but I'm cooking up a bunch of meth, and then we can sell it. We can get some more Yoomster.
Yoomster.
Yeah, more Yoomster. I want. You know what? Where's the Yoomster? I want to smoke some. I want to smoke some Yoomster.
Yoomster.
Chat, Gamba time! Type exclamation mark join! What the fuck?
I want to join. Hold on. Ah, shit, that's the wrong window. Why do I have cheese open? Hold on.
Cheese?
Cheese.
Cheese.
No, I can join.
Rule number one, don't ever do your own product. You said that the
Cheese.
second I smoked it. Retro Congrats!
320.
Whoa. Whoa, that's trippy. That's twippy. Very twippy.
Whippy.
Tripping hard right now, bro.
Whee! Ma, I just got hit
What
by a
was
car. Oh, that's right. I could probably. I'll list the regular OG again. So we can start getting offers for that.
Yeah. Let's
That was
go.
fast.
We have a lot of loyal customers.
Yeah, I also remember we can at least go $20 higher for people which like have max affection for us. I learned
Well,
that.
Pretty much all of them, so let me list it for
Ellie, while
50.
we're listening to the most, yeah, I changed it. It was a bit that specific piece. I'm gonna turn that specific piece off when it comes to this playlist. I only use that one when I type lore, when I write all the lore down, you know.
Dude, I love listening to just the most dramatic shit while writing lore.
Me too. It gives me the best ideas, bro.
Right?
It's so good.
I love cooking shit up while listening to dramatic music.
Do we need anything from the warehouse right now? I'm in there right now.
I got the stations I needed.
Okay, anything else you need?
Maybe just some more phosphorus and acid, and then we'll need some more. We'll need a lot more pseudo soon, because I'm
How
on
much
my last week.
phosphorus and how much acid?
Get like 6 of each.
Only 6?
Maybe.
Yeah, I can put 3 in each station, and then we can get some more pseudo. And I already have 1, 2, 3. I already have 9 of each. So if we have another 3, I can get a good amount going, and then I can start mixing.
Oh, should we at some point start using the jars?
Yeah, we could probably. No, actually, let's use the jars when we get a dealer, because he can hold more than.
Jars?
Ellie, no.
You know what I'm gonna use those for?
Oh, goodness.
I'm so scared of giving Ellie a plushie whenever I get one made of me.
I wouldn't do anything bad to it. It will
Honestly, if I would have like plushies of all of you, I would like give you like guys like an extra cute spot on the shelf so I can always look at you.
Yeah, it will go next to
Like,
my
make them
other
all sit
VTuber
next to each
plushies.
other. Maybe like get like a little umbrella where everyone can sit under.
They're so
That would
cute.
be so cute.
I would take the cutest pictures with those. Hi, Limey, how are
What
you?
the- What? Guys, my game crashed.
Oh no.
You're good. No, don't tell. No.
No.
No, it's crashed. Look.
When
Nah.
was the last
Wait.
time we saved?
I mean, when we slept, I guess, huh?
Just look. I can't do shit.
Fuck. Hold on.
Oh God.
Is it just frozen or did it actually crash?
She's stuck on her
It's-
phone.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and like
give
text is black and all.
give it like a little bit.
Okay.
Hi, Ellie.
Hello.
Hi.
Look at her go.
Someone mentioned Fortnite. I need to check it. Winterfest. Oh, I haven't played Fortnite in years.
Damn, look at you go. I don't want to do anything in case the game really crashes.
Wait, how's the game still running for you if it crashed for me? I'm
Well,
the
that's what I'm
host.
saying. I don't think it crashed yet. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
You can't right click out of that screen or anything?
No.
Can you press escape?
No.
Do you have the command stuff open? Like, you know, for
Oh,
cheats
my
and stuff?
entire PC doesn't like me right now.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Nah,
I can't close the task manager. No! PC,
the
stop
fuck?
it!
Oh.
It's probably because like the game being weird and I opened task manager, but now my PC is like, fuck you.
Okay,
Hey, why
give
don't
it a
we-
rest. Give it a rest.
Why don't we leave the lobby so we don't
Yeah.
lose our inventories?
Yeah, okay, let's leave.
I don't want my PC to crash. No!
Oh no.
Siler, thank you for streaking. A 7-stream streak. Let's go.
Oh,
Chat,
Guys,
my
everybody
PC
follow
is
Siler.
crashing.
Everybody follow Siler. Come on.
streaking in the streets.
Yumi, can you shout out Siler, please? Both big shout out and like the SO thing.
Oh, I can do that. Oh,
Big shout out too.
Yumi so quick.
Yumi is the quickest.
How do I do the big shout out?
Like the big one is / shout out and then their name.
Oh.
That's when it pops up on the top and you can follow them, you know?
Oh.
Okay, my PC is fine again, but yeah, the game crashed.
Okay. But at least we kept our inventory.
At
Yeah.
least my PC didn't die.
Yeah. At least it didn't do the thing it did to me last time we played this.
What was it again?
It crashed my entire PC.
Oh no. Guys, follow Syla. They're very amazing.
I'm gonna restart the whole game.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
invite you
Just in
all.
Good
case.
idea.
Hold on.
Nibbler
Why did I open?
and Ellie.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Chat, can I get head pads? I'm sad now.
Is my YouTube still running?
Oh my god! Oh no.
What is Nibby giggling about?
Thank you for the
Boo-boo.
hydrate, Nippy. Boobele. Ah! What's funny, I'm just really happy that I got like 3D model now and the whole full body tracking now, right?
Mm.
You,
Drink water, you
I want the
you.
2D model so I can actually do like collab stuff with friends.
Yeah, that's always
like-
like.
Just
Yeah.
like I got like this idea for like the Twilight watch along, right? You know, like both models on the screen, you know, I have like a cute cinema background and like popcorn assets and all that stuff. But no! I have a 3D model.
I mean,
you can get
how
like,
about
a
like
chibi done.
yeah, or like one of the customizables since there's so many out there now.
I don't want to
Jeez.
use customizables anymore. Like now that everything's like established and all, you know what I mean?
I think you could
I
remake
still
your
use them.
stuff pretty well though. I still use them too.
Yeah, I'm think of like getting at some point a 2D of my 2.0.
Honestly, the prism model is really impressive. You
Yeah.
might be able to make your character. in
And
that.
honestly, once you have like a
Oh, I know the
customizable,
prism model.
once you have a customizable, you can also use it for like new outfits for your actual Live 2D model. You just you know make all of the head stuff invisible and just
Wait,
use the body.
How much is a prism model? Let me check.
It's actually a really good
€100.
investment. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a great investment,
Yeah,
especially
but I
the
don't have
prism
the
one.
money for that. No. No, because like sometimes a 2D model would be sick because like less performance for like some streams.
Yeah.
And I like yeah for like collabs, you know.
Here, let me.
Yeah,
Oh, God, my
Yumi,
PC's
that
gonna hate me for this shit.
I actually started making like new outfits just for the new Live Today one. I haven't used any yet,
Why
but
am I
you
taking
can
my car?
absolutely do that. You just need to know
Dude.
how.
You guys are gonna
I
hear my
actually
PC
have a
keep
prism model on
choosing.
my list of like things I wanna get because I really like it.
Yeah, me
Mhm.
too. I want the Prism one as well. Also, we need to put stuff on the market again.
I am going
Uh,
insane. Can
Yeah,
I
I think
get
I
some
just
good
had
good?
the weed listed while I cook up more Yoomster.
where's the weed?
I got
There.
the phosphorus.
I'll put it on the market. Did you do anything with the price or do you keep it at 40?
I think I might have bumped it to 50.
Okay, hold on. 50 it is.
I remember there's like a list somewhere of like how much each NPC is like willing to spend for like per unit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Here, Foxy, I'm gonna share my screen with you for a second.
Yeah, show me.
Oh yeah, I want to see.
Wait. Let me see. Oh, wait, this is what
Hello?
This is the Prism model.
You're so
This
cute.
is what it looks like when you start
Dude.
customizing it.
Dude, I'm so jealous. It's so pretty.
And there's so much more to be done
Oh
with
my
this.
God.
I've barely scratched the surface and
It's
making
mad.
So
the
cute,
Man.
bro. Holy shit. Oh my god.
my god. Especially with like the iPhone tracking, dude. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it'll be really nice with
Share with the
iPhone.
class? No. Keep it a secret.
You know
No.
what the
Keep it a
thing
secret.
is?
It's not
You know what
ready
the
yet.
thing is? Even if the model doesn't have ARKit tracking, you know, like VBridger, even if you use like your an iPhone in VTube Studio, the tracking is still better than with like a webcam.
True. Nah, but you guys are gonna lose your shit when you see this one. I want to say that right now.
I spent so much time tweaking her face shape and everything like this. It's a really impressive model.
Follow the fish
Man,
nibbler
I
and
want-
watch her next stream
want
or
it.
whenever she uses it. I don't know.
And by the way, guys, I'm graduating.
No.
I'm graduating. See you guys later.
No.
Oh my god, I remember there was this VTuber who graduated from uni and was like, yeah, let's throw a graduation party stream, and everyone in her
Oh
community
my God.
panicked.
Yeah.
Because of the word phrasing. Because he was like, guys, graduation stream.
Oh my
Will be so
god,
much
yeah.
fun. Everyone was so fucking devastated. It was so funny. What do you mean? Wait, it's happening now? oh yeah, guys, I graduated finally. And she was like so excited about it.
I was like,
everyone
"Wow!"
in the comments was like, no, why? Why do you do this? What's
That's
going
hilarious.
on?
That's
I want to lose my shit. I'm constipated from
weird.
stress. Oh no, Yumi.
The restart deleted one of our ovens and the meth
What?
station, but it took our money still.
What the fuck?
Motherfucker. I want to lose my shit. I'm constipated from stress. Oh my god, Yumi. Do you want some Yumi stuff? That might help.
Yeah.
Wait, can we should, oh my god. We need to make a drug which literally just has a laxative effect, and we give it like a funny name.
Oh my god, yeah.
What do you think?
Meth. Yeah, give
Hi
it here.
Des,
let's
thank you
go.
for the raid. How was your swim?
Hello, Raiders.
I need some OG Kush. Bet, bro.
Carefully watching Ellie's stream, waiting for one of them to go, no, and run at her with a knife.
I'm ready. Shit, they would watch me.
The laxative better making me me high as shit while I'm losing my shit. Phantom Kingdom Hearts for the first time. Ooh, I hope you had fun. I never played it. We need so much Kush.
And you'll get us more pseudo.
How much?
Get us
Jeez.
like 10. If you can. I
Okay.
don't know how many
I-
she'll let you order.
I need to order. Which one? The non-pseudo?
The blue one.
Okay, I can only order 7.
It's okay. That's still a good amount.
Hello.
I mean, we'll get some decent money out of this in a bit.
Maybe put more money.
Wait, did
into
you immediately
Shirley's
pay off a
stash.
debt?
I put more money in there. Like
Oh,
I
nice.
put like 1k in there, so it immediately pays off. I'm gonna put a bit more.
I was so confused. Wait, why is it already paid?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Wait, can I order more then? Oh, I need to wait. I got for my birthday yesterday from a friend. Oh, that's so nice of your friend. Also, happy belated birthday. Hope you had a good time. Where's the 40 cash from? Peggy, hi, do you want some wheat? It's something tells me we're getting attacked soon.
They could also don't they also steal the drops sometimes?
Yeah. So you gotta get to it quick.
That could happen
Take
too.
my gun with me. What's the cartel called again?
Benzies.
I want to do graffiti where I just say they have small peepees. That'd be so funny. Chat, you're cute.
New customer unlocked. Let's go. Wait, we didn't have Meg all this
Nope,
time.
apparently not.
Elia
I
Kermit
don't know,
Wave
man.
Elia Wiggly.
Ooh, let's go!
Hi Basti,
Let's
wie geht's
go.
dir? Hallo, hallo.
Hi, Basti.
Danke für den Resub.
Basti.
She speaks German. Do you hear that, Nibby?
I always speak German to Basti. It's just ingrained in my brain.
We still need to do like a language learn stream for Nippy. Like an actual one, not like for memes. It would be so freaking entertaining, I think.
I agree.
You know,
That would be
Gracie
cool.
always says hola to me, and when I ask him how he is, he never answers.
I mean, he never answers anyway.
True.
Okay, Limey, good luck with wrapping gifts.
Enjoy.
Hello.
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 Oh no, it disconnected my chat again. Why do you do this?
This shit makes me mad.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
Let me test it.
So frustrating how they just ruin it all. Oh my god, guys! I got us something.
What you get? What you get? Pills?
I'll show you. Nah, I'll show you. It's a surprise. Oh, I'll pick up the dead drop. I'm literally next to it.
Nice.
How do I see if someone like steals from a dead drop? Can I like shoot them?
Nibby is going insane, guys.
Oh no.
I think we need to let her out of the house sometimes. she
No.
I think she suffers from psychosis.
No.
Yeah, I
That's
think you do.
silly. No.
Ellie, just give her
That's
more time until
silly.
Stockholm syndrome kicks in, so she doesn't run away anymore.
She had enough time
Just-
for that. I feel like
I just play in the yard for a little
Wait.
bit
Let's
now.
check it. Maybe do you like us?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it kicked in. Guys, look! I stole a box from the homeless
God.
people under the bridge.
Oh. But don't they need that box?
They didn't took it from me,
fuck 'em.
so I guess that's a no. Also, I got some pseudo.
This is just more enrichment for Nibby. That's very good.
Ew.
We should bring her a ball too.
From the homeless people?
From the basketball court.
Oh. I know some bowl. I was like, where do you want to get that from?
Okay. And I can't remember if the Benzies dealers are more active at night, but just be careful.
I hope they are.
I got my gun with me.
I should get a
Bam,
gun.
bam.
I should
There's
grab one
the
just in
revolver
case.
that Foxy gave me is
Yeah, yeah.
in the shelves if you want it.
I was about to kill a police officer for it, but you're right. I'll get the gun. But there's two guns.
Yeah, there's those, and then if you want my revolver, it's back
Do
here.
we have more magazines?
I got a revolver.
No, we gotta kill some cops for the magazines
Oh,
until we
I'll-
can level up enough to buy them.
What are you doing?
what?
No,
Okay.
wait, what? No, I mean Ellie.
Books.
I'm leaving.
Okay, never come back.
Okay.
Wait, come back.
I said the same thing she would say. You laugh because it's true.
I don't
Hi,
leave.
Stan,
She doesn't say that.
How are
to me.
you? She is here. Holy shit! Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
My favorite thing
Jesus,
is
a long
just walking
time.
around like a serial killer with my machete out.
Hey, can I show you something? Runs towards random civilians.
I should buy
Hey,
it.
is this knife? Hey, is this knife sharp?
Do you feel that?
Hey, does this hurt? Ah, Stan, thank you so much for the 26 months resub. I appreciate it. Thank you. How are you today? Yeah, 26 months is a long time. It's more than 25 months.
It's at least 2 months.
It's more than I can count. It's only 3 months. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I remember like as oh my god, as a kid, you know, when someone asked me like how old are you, and I just held up my hand being like that much. This
Can't
many.
make
Nibby, can you come outside for a moment?
you gonna hit me?
No, I'm not saying I'm heavy, but
Hey,
what's happened to you? What the frick?
wait, why can't I flip it?
Wait, what the fuck? Am I actually heavy in this game? What the fuck? Oh my god, look at the person who messaged for wheat
Jeez.
right now. It literally looks like your angry cousin.
That's because it's Jesse.
It do be Chessie.
Yeah, I hate Jesse.
It's 2 years, you buffoons.
First
I'm a
time I
monkey.
played this game, the first night I was playing the game, Jesse showed up at my door wanting to buy stuff directly from me. And when I said no, she stabbed me.
Damn, bro.
Said no, so she stabbed me, entered my house, and killed me.
That's insane.
Damn.
No wonder you
I
hate
got-
her.
I got forever beef with Jesse.
I understand.
And when she randomly walks up to you in the past few weeks talking to you through the wall.
I hate her.
I know you're in there. Give me something. What do you mean real life weight? Not that heavy IRL. Can't flip a car by just standing on it.
Wish I had that kind of power. Just flip a car.
Imagine like this meme, like a table flip meme, but it's just you with a car. That would be so silly.
I'd be so cursed.
I go and sell weed.
Okay. Be home in time for dinner. We're having spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I like spaghetti. Can I have mozzarella in my tomato sauce?
Yeah.
God, you guys are making me hungry.
So you want a picture of the pasta I had?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send it to you. I made this at like 4 a.m. I think. It's spicy tomato sauce.
Ah, man.
Hungry.
Here.
I want to order pasta now.
Don't order it. I can make you some.
Even better.
Yeah, Ellie, once you sold everything, go to the post office on laundromat and start laundering the money.
Yeah, I do that every now and then when I remember. But I'm almost out of kush, so the rest is on you.
Yeah. I need money, IRL. Maybe I should buy a laundromat.
Ah, shit, I don't have enough for this one.
Okay,
I'll
I'm on
risk it.
this.
Nice. He took it anyways.
Let's go.
Took it like a champ. Okay, I need
Yeah.
to stop. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. So, how can I identify the Benzie dealers?
Honestly, I never seen the dealers in the wild. I only ever see them when they attack me. And they usually wear like
Yeah.
some sage green stuff. Oh!
What?
Ah, yeah, it's talking about being attacked.
Wait, you got it.
I'm getting attacked
Yeah.
right now.
Where?
Get him,
I
get him.
come over.
Ah, shit, I died.
Where?
It's like I lost Nibby's
Behind the-
ball.
Behind the parking ramp.
Why the fuck did that jump scare me? I wish I like. It showed me that they came from the wrong direction.
Here's one dead guy. Wait,
Yeah,
was he
I
wearing a
killed-
green shirt and bald?
Yeah. Those are the Benzies.
I saw him. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
I'm
Go
getting
kill him. Go kill him.
Where is he?
I don't know.
I saw him a moment ago. Where is he now? I will end his entire career right
Where
now.
the fuck are they now? It's usually more than two, so I'm a bit confused where the others are. Or at least, maybe I was just having bad luck with them for now.
Nah, I'm being
They
chased by the cop.
usually attack me like 4 people at once. Come on, let me pickpocket you. Bro. Show me your ass.
Okay, chill.
There we go.
I'm shy.
Oh, did
Man.
did you see the food? Oh, hi.
Wait, hold on. Hi. Let me
Ah.
look at the food. Oh, that looks so good.
Hi, Fuzz. Thank you so much for the 4-month free sub. I appreciate it. How are you? I'm good. We're playing with Ellie and Nippy.
Can't believe they made me lose my gift for Nibby.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not. I'm gonna
Hi,
get another one.
Viraton. Welcome in as well. How are you?
Bitch asses.
Ellie, do you have enough to turn on the laundromat for 2K?
Yeah, more than enough. I'll do that in a
Perfect. Then
second.
I'll do the post office for 4K because I got like 4.8.
Do we have the car one as well?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh no, Greasy lost the all in. 07.
Oh no.
Wait, let me just. Ooh,
Did you
Ooh.
lose? I don't see it
no,
on
I
my
won
end.
1 mil.
Bro.
I gambled 1 mil.
It's gotta be rigged at this
Actually
point.
rigged, bro.
It's rigged
It's
in
gotta
everyone's
be rigged.
favor. I can't rig it for one person. It's everyone has the same
Nah,
odds.
nah. This is rigged.
Rigged for the streamer.
For all in, I only do doing big amounts, where someone's like, boom, 10 subs, gamble all or something like that. Special event. Okay, I sold everything. Half of those 1 mil. No. You would do all in and lose it again.
You guys are all done with deals for tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Um,
so much leftover wheat.
How much you got? Oh, yeah, okay. I don't have to grow anything yet. I think after the next batch is selling, I will have to grow stuff though.
10 subs to gamble all. Yeah, you know what? Why not?
Oh, damn. But I get the subs, right?
No, fuck off. Then you can gamble all. Yes, all 300 points.
Yeah, I'm a gamble all for like 5 subs, guys. Trust.
Ah,
Nibby, look, I have a gift for
Greasy,
you.
thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
Gamble all. No!
Did you lose everything?
I did.
Oh my god.
oh my god, no.
Oh, that's
But hey,
crazy.
We are 1/3 for to the monthly goal.
Oh,
Peak. That is
Guys, if
good.
you just got a sub gifted by Greasy, be sure to say thank you. How the mighty have fallen. Tama, that was 5 gifted. You gotta go all in as well. You forgot your rule. Oh my god, that was so funny. Tama made the own rule for herself. Basically say every 5 gifted, she goes all in. The next day she gifted 5, forgot about the rule. We reminded her and she lost all
Oh
points
my
because of
goodness.
that. Hey, nice! Wait, we got a hype train! Choo choo! Guys, we got a hype train. Let's go! Oh my god. I'm
Hype
fat
train,
now.
let's go.
At least I get lots of points because I'm tier 3.
True. Should we go to bed?
Yeah. So I'm crying right now. I lost my points. I wanted to get to 100 mil and then do like gamble until I lose.
At least you got, you know, subbies for it.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, if you got a sub gifted, say thank you and enjoy your emotes. Wait, what the fuck? That was a late alert. That was weird.
Yeah, it does that sometimes.
Does that to me all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we made 10 grand.
Yeah.
Bagman 2.
Oh.
Dude, honestly, it kind of looks cozy with that crate over here. I should steal more from the homeless. Be right back.
Oh,
Insane. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Greasy, thank you so much. Wait, 10 subs is at level 4 hype train? Holy shit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hi Atom, hi Mike, hi Magus.
Thank you for the love, Vixie. Why did that not work?
Wait, Greasy's now 7 subs away from taking the all-time #1 gifted. Holy shit. Thank you for the hydrate.
Thank you, Vixie.
Pixie.
Dawn Vixie was scammed.
Okay, time to hydrate. Water.
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 Okay, why can't I... Hello? Hi. Why can I not
Hello?
open my review requests anymore when I'm streaming? But it works just fine when
What
I'm
request?
offline. For like the redeems and stuff. There's like review requests
Oh!
where you can
Dude, I
refund
had
points and
this, I had the
stuff.
same
I
a
don't
couple days ago.
I don't know why it doesn't open while I'm streaming anymore. So
No,
Vixie,
I
you-
had
you-
the same a few days ago.
yeah, I don't understand. It's been like this for a while now, and I don't get it. But if somebody can,
Like, I wanted to
please
refund
refund Vixie.
something.
Otherwise, I do it after stream.
I'm on my way.
Thank you.
Oh wait, Greasy missed the ASMR stream start today.
Thank you, Yumi.
What do you
Was
make
it
it?
actually like ASMR when I started today? Because I was like just closer to my mic.
I mean, it wasn't ASMR, but like, it was
It was
different.
nice. It was cozy.
Oh, was it? Okay, I will do it.
I
more.
hated it, but yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Look, guys, I stole another crate from the homeless people.
Oh. Those poor homeless people.
For some reason, they had a TV, but I couldn't take it with me. Oh my god, Minecraft!
Minecraft.
Minecraft!
What do you mean you don't want to buy anything? How dare you, Geraldine?
What do you mean Geraldine doesn't want anything?
She
What do you
refused
mean?
me.
Have we fallen from grace?
Yeah, we have. What the
What?
fuck, bro? That's not
And
okay.
she buys like what, half a stack every
Geraldine,
every
are you
night?
sure you don't want something?
Is
Yeah.
Geraldine feeling okay?
Are you okay?
B,
Huh?
B,
What?
I just got a
Damn.
notification. Arc Raiders is having an update tomorrow. We need
The
to play
Raiders
more.
of Ark.
We do. I'll be able to play a lot more once I get my new PC. Right now,
I'm very
Park Raiders
excited.
kind of strangles the hell out of my computer.
Yeah, I have the same when I stream it. Once I get a laptop, I'll use it as a streaming PC.
Oh,
Because
did
like I
show
don't
you-
need much, you know, like literally model and OBS.
Did I show you guys which PC I settled on?
You
settled
did.
on one? You showed us the one you
Yeah.
wanted to buy.
Yeah,
But you didn't say you
but
were
that
settling
one,
on it.
That one turned out not to have the graphics card I needed, so
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I went up a scale and got that one.
Cool.
Hello. You're really cool. I really like your eyes.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks.
it's strange.
I like
You can
I
for
like the
Intel or AMD for CPU?
Intel. It has more cores and
Oh.
threads.
What do they have? Wait, which one do they have for AMD?
The AMD one
Ah.
wasn't bad, but it was a little slower than the Intel one.
I mean, speed doesn't really matter because it only affects how fast your programs start.
True, true. I think that one has more cores. Let me double check.
The i7-14700F. Versus the 700X3D. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, you got like 20 cores, 28 threads.
Ellie's home.
Hello.
Hello.
Eliso, yeah, it's overall. It
Okay.
seems to be better than that.
Yeah, I was looking at the Ryzen because it has the 3DX cores, but I think performance-wise, it's a little slower because it has those cores than the Intel one.
I mean, it wouldn't really matter that much, but yeah, I would personally then go for the Intel, I guess.
Yeah, and I think I'll get
Because
more mileage.
especially for
out of it.
streaming, it like I notice a big difference right now.
I'm very excited to have more cores. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like, I did some tests like before when I played like as example Battlefield 6 off stream. I could play in high graphics with at like 120 FPS 2K resolution, but it needed like 70% performance, right?
Yeah.
I'm now at 40% performance.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She went back out to sell more.
Oh. Deep shade of red.
I'm getting
speaking
more
about red.
seeds too.
Speaking about red, I actually want to dye my hair red.
Yeah.
I want to, but I don't have the money for that.
You will. You will. I believe.
Nah, not with what's going on right now.
Yeah. Maybe saved up money for better times.
Yeah. The thing is,
Mhm.
I could just like buy the stuff, and my mom could do that because she's like a professional hairstylist.
Oh.
But it's still like I would need a
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It's still a good chunk of change for the tuba dye and everything.
Yeah. Like at least 30. The XVD is good for gaming, but not necessarily for streaming. So like for streaming, you want more cores because like
For the multitasking.
it's yeah, full multitasking. You want more cores. But yeah, the XVD is good for gaming because you have like higher cache, higher memory.
Yeah, and I was like, I've been trying to like do research on all the different PC parts they've got because I don't want to get super overcharged. But so far, Starforge seems to be the one that's gonna be closest to real value. Like
I'm not
the
surprised. They've always
overpaid,
been pretty good with their prices.
yeah. Like I think I pay maybe like 100 extra. That's probably for like the labor of building it, but then the couple extra $100 that I pay actually comes from the taxes.
True. You don't have sales tax included, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what will confuse me the most if I ever go to the US, you know? Because like I'm so used to it. If like a shop sign says 129, but I paid 129, you know? I'm so used to that.
Yeah. I wish that's how it was here. It's all calculated later. Are those weed seeds?
Yeah.
Seed? Bridge? The penis logo PCs. Yeah, the penis logo PCs.
Yeah.
It was yeah. It was so funny. Like Asmongold was like defending that hard, but it's not a penis logo, right? And like
Oh,
a
it's
couple
a
of days
penis.
later, like it was around the time when like these few days when you were allowed to draw dicks on stream, and someone in his chat was like, "Oh yeah, draw a dick," and he was like, "Yeah, bet," and you opened MS Paint and drew the Starforge logo.
That's crazy.
Dude, that was hilarious. It was a
I'm
pretty
really
good one.
excited to get it too.
Like the joke, not the pee-pee.
The pee-pee.
I don't want to cough anymore. Like it got much better, but like it's still there, you know.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
coughs are fucking persistent.
It's like this cough, like these 2 weeks after having the flu. No, like you feel good again when it's out of nowhere you cough your lungs out for like 2 minutes, and then it's like
Drink
nothing
water, you
happened.
dehydrated bitch.
Thank
It
you.
hurts.
For me, it's 6 cents on the dollar, so you pay like 99 cents and you times it by 1.06 and you get the price after taxes after you round up. Yeah, here it's like the sales tax already included in the price, so like no one here actually knows how to calculate that because
Geraldine,
like
are you sure you don't want anything? Okay.
is she still not taking anything?
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
Hey,
I think this is the
want
first time
anything
she
2
ever
minutes
refused
ago.
me.
How about now? Also, oh my god. Since we're talking about PCs, do you want to see the case I really want from Starforge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to get the queso one so bad.
Oh, that would be so good.
Okay, I'll show you the one I want.
I get the queso.
If I still
one.
have it. Let me see. Hi Zoe, how are you?
I wish I could just get the case without getting the full bundle. Because I don't really need the mouse pad or the poster. But I can't get the PC and then get the case and then move the PC like innards into the new case because that would void my warranty.
Oh yeah, true.
And I kind of want that 2-year warranty to last the full 2 years.
Yeah, no, I completely understandable.
Okay, let me see if I can find the case. I'm freaking tired of the made second place at best painted at Saturday tournament. Heck yeah, congrats! Let me see Starforge. Oh my god, we still have it! Okay, let me show you a case.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah. It's so pretty.
Oh, that is cute. Wow.
I would like get it without the bundle, you know?
Oh, that one's so pretty.
But it's right, that's why I wondered.
I love those colors.
I looked at getting the just like the light plate for that one because it's so pretty. I also like the let me see him. Do they have a full case of it? I don't think they do. The cat one that has the little knife in his mouth.
I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
Love that little guy. I think they only have him as a death mat now. But I love that cat.
All right, I will grab wheat so I can sell it.
Weech.
Wheat. I will grab the gun with me.
You do that.
And whatever clap I played as well. Heck yeah! So you're a member now? That's cool.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna need to refill my water. I'm gonna run some
Okay.
ads, guys.
Enjoy your water.
Thank you.
Look, Nippy, she's hydrating.
Oh my god.
That's so
Okay,
cool.
I need to stand somewhere where I can oversee Nibby's activities. Not like that.
Oh my god, so bad.
I know.
Yeah, but just drink milk
There we go.
because say, oh dude, I have a, sometimes like I'm about to leave the house and when I'm about to literally I open the door, when I close it, when I go to the kitchen, drink a glass of milk and when I leave. I do it sometimes. Is that weird?
No.
Oh, should we buy at some point like these? Oh no, we can't really buy the water stations, right? That would take too
Yeah.
much space.
It's okay.
When I had the Barnver Pass, I had basically everything in the middle.
You?
And then so basically I had like here a row of plants, right?
You?
Here at the top was a packaging station. I had my shelves on the side. And I basically actually had the staff to do that. Like, yeah, I had to pay the money, but basically all I had to do is like grab wheat and sell it because they planted it all the time and harvested.
Yeah, these still stations are set up for employees, so they have access to all the shelves and everything.
Yeah, that's big brain. Hi, Shy Guy, how you doing? Dude, I just made a cup of tea and drank a glass of milk since I had the milk out based. Very
Love
based.
milk.
Me too. No, dude, but like glass of milk is always,
I love having just like a glass of milk with supper. It's so good.
Right. You know what's also good? A glass of milk and some Oreos.
Oh my god, yeah.
I want to buy someone. Oh my god, I didn't show you. Maybe you will get so hyped now.
Yeah?
So there's a discount on a special product at a store nearby this week. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me send you a screenshot. The price of it is on the right side, and that's the kilogram price. Check the group chat. It's Christmas Nuggies. It's
I'm
Christmas
back.
Nuggies.
Christmas
Welcome back.
shape.
Ellie, look what's on discount at the store nearby on my this week.
Christmas
That's the
shape.
kilogram
Christmas
price.
nugget. Oh my god.
Right?
That is such a good deal.
discount.
Christmas shape. Maybe I could
Mega
eat
Star Wars
nuggets and they wouldn't upset my tummy.
We can share them if you want.
Yeah?
I go quick and pee, and then I go and heal because I hope I get attacked because I want to shoot them all and
Okay.
bring justice for Ellie.
Okay. Thank you.
Be right back.
Don't forget to save it the little thingy before you go out.
Yeah, I will save now, and now I go pee. Chat, behave. Listen to Ellie and Nippy.
Today's topic. Slavery.
Man, speaking
Today's
of
topic.
speaking
Stealing
of
from the
controversial
homeless.
topics, I'm getting so many 9/11 memes on TikTok, and I need to hold myself back so hard to send them all to you every time.
What the dog doing?
Every time.
Send them to me, please.
I don't want to spam you with 9/11 memes.
I spam you with the weird cats and horses.
Yeah, but still. Also, hi, Shy. Thank you for the follow. Hello, hello.
Oh my god, that reminds me. I have more Gus videos to send you. I love Gus so much.
Oh my god, yes.
Slurping mash, eating grass.
Did you like the freaky mukbang video?
Yeah. No, because you sent that to me when I was baked out of my fucking mind. It's so hard not to
It's even better.
tackle.
I thought to myself, this would be so much better if I was high.
Jasper and I did extra the night that you sent that shit to me.
That's hilarious.
Good.
When I got here, I
I'm
redeemed the
working
turtle
on
redeem, Fox. What? The turtle redeem? What is the turtle redeem?
Isn't that just the one with the turtle that moans?
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the moaning turtle, yeah. That one is quite something. Ah, shit. What if I kill Foxy right now? That would be so funny. I think that would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
That looks so good on your screen. Sliding into view.
Oh, that's the funniest thing ever.
Drink water.
We're gonna get in so
Uh.
much trouble. She's got her wireless headset.
Pocky, hi, thank you for the hydrate. I smell an opportunity, me too. I'm having to hold back so hard right now.
Here, let me
can't
see what she's
get-
got in her inventory.
I can't let my murderous tendency get to me.
Oh, she's got a lot of weed in her inventory.
I must be
Hey,
strong.
hey, chat. Hey, chat. Imagine you're taking a shit and you hear your friends talk about like 9/11 and about slavery.
I love how you're outraged by 9/11 and slavery and not the fact
Not-
that we were
yeah.
plotting to
I love that.
Oh, I'm used to that already because we did it in the past.
Yeah, but
Gosh,
we
this
also make
becomes-
9/11 jokes all the time.
You
How
make
are- how are
9/11
you-
jokes all the
Listen.
time,
Yeah, I
Foxy.
mean, yeah.
Hi, Shy
Average
Guy, how
Monday.
are you?
True. Average
Oh my
Monday.
god, guys, Jasper's making stew tonight. I just remember.
Can you send pictures?
I started
I'm
like
coming over.
involuntarily drooling. Oh my god.
I'm coming over, man. I want some.
Come on, it's so
Same.
good. I love
Can
when
you
she
send
makes
pictures
food.
later?
I will try. I will try to remember.
Sve.
Maybe accidentally sending a face reveal because it's a picture Jasper took, and she has to like hold back Nibby from eating, like like you're holding back a dog from like eating. You know what I mean? Like Nibby just like arms stretched forward, mouth open, hyper
crazy.
fixated on that bowl, and just like Jasper's hand in front. Like, let me take a picture first.
No,
Don't
I
make
do.
fun of
I
my
actually get
typo.
that fucking feral when she makes stew. I love it.
But it's a funny typo. What the hell? Sve.
I make a nice.
Oh.
I'm getting attacked. Fucking nerds. Got 2 of them already.
Locked in so
Avenge me.
hard.
Shit, my stream is dying.
No.
I'm out of bullets!
Do CPR quick.
CPR.
I'm out of bullets!
Do you have your badge?
Why am I getting arrested? Why do they try to arrest me because I'm defending myself from?
Yeah, they
from the
do that.
drug
It
gang?
pisses me off.
I'm coming over. Prepare the guns.
Okay. I'm scared though.
I made a nice casserole and crockpot stew. Man, why is everyone having stew? That sounds so good.
Wait, why am I dropping so many frames? What is
Are you
happening?
dropping frames?
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Sure.
I need ammo. I need ammo. I need ammo. I need ammo. Motherfucker.
Did you bring them to our door?
I hope they
I don't
did.
know if they're still following me.
That would be hot.
Yo.
What?
But Ellie, I got two of
Sorry,
two of
it
them.
was your eyes.
Ellie, I got 2 of them.
Pretty bad right now. Yeah, I know. Oh, they stopped dropping.
I got a third one.
Are you winning?
I got a third one. She was just walking around.
Are you shooting cartel or cops?
Can't tell.
Are you winning?
Yeah, I got 3 of them. Yeah, we're
Let's
winning.
go.
Okay, stream should be stable again, I hope.
I hope so, because I'm not.
Yeah. And like my mental health.
Hi, Nebula. How are you?
Crying on the inside.
Yeah, I caused a bloodbath here.
Take their shit.
I can't.
Yeah, you can. You can
No, I
pickpocket
can't. I
them.
can only.
Are you crouching and looking at their butt?
Oh, I need to look at the butt. No.
Yeah.
Now this one just had a cook.
Take it.
Hawk?
No.
Oh, I wish.
Man. You never let me
One
have
day.
anything. Still a little rough. Okay, yeah, I see that. I'm not sure why. Let me close a few things. No, I don't, Yumi.
Guys, what rank are you in Frostflame? Oh, I'm master rank 5 right now. I'm not that far. Here you go, Geraldine.
Geraldine.
enjoy your drugs.
Geraldine.
Get back, take your time. Yeah, we definitely need to unlock the normal guns soon because the revolver is so slow.
Yeah.
I'm making us so much money.
Moolah.
I'm rank 9. Oh, nice. That's good. Ah, Nippy.
Huh?
Warframe when?
Hopefully soon.
Hey,
If
Ellie,
not-
Warframe when?
If
I
not
don't like Warframe
this
too much
month,
anymore.
sometime next year. I have a
I was
friend who
about to
can't play it
Oh?
anymore because he put like almost 2K hours into that game.
Oh, God. I haven't played it in years. So I noticed so many people are playing right now, probably because of a new update. I might have to pick up more drugs in a moment.
Oh, we got plenty.
Yeah.
I want stew.
Let me put the stuff out of
Me
my
too.
inventory in case I crash.
So I'm checking on my phone right now. The next flight to the US would go in 2 hours. Can you keep it warm until like 10 p.m. tomorrow? By the way, can someone get me $1 grand?
It'll probably be eaten by that time tomorrow.
Sharing.
Yeah, but my
I'll get you-
fat ass really likes stew, Foxy.
Okay, 1 plate of stew, and in exchange, I'll get you German snacks.
I'll think about it.
She never said how big the plate has to be.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I could be greedy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know what? These dropped frames are stupid. I'm gonna read you guys out to Foxy so you can still keep watching.
Oh no.
It's stupid, but it is what it is.
I'm also stupid. Don't worry about it.
I know.
No, but like real talk, I know what you mean. Like it's runs stable and suddenly out of nowhere, it's like, hey, more than 20 FPS? Not with me. It just sometimes happens during streams. It's so weird.
I can't fucking type.
Just don't do a crooked and raid the offline e-girl.
No, don't worry. I type your name so often on an almost daily basis.
Aw.
Because I tag you in like so many clips and stuff. So I don't think I'll ever forget the VT.
Which, you know what, that reminds me, I think that was actually during my birthday 2024
Hey.
when that happened with that crooked raided the e-girl.
That is so funny.
Hi, Moderish, welcome in. Hi, Foxy. I'm here
God,
from
yeah,
Thomas
your
Chat. I hope you're doing well. I am.
Dream is having a hell of a time right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
Sorry.
Hmm.